Chat tales. Don't you wanna hear some chat tales? Chat tales. Okay, so chat tales. All right, so I've been a bit forgetful recently. I haven't really been thinking about good old memories, but it's funny because Phil sort of done himself right up by reminding me of a couple of chat tales, one of which I'm going to tell you today. Okay, so it was back in the days of The Voice. It was like the middle section of The Voice just before we became the great part of The Voice, and after the schoolmate part of The Voice. So we're at my house, and it's Saturday morning. We're about to go to a rehearsal, and Matty Benson's meeting us down there with, I don't know, Jamie and maybe even Jason Logan at the time. I'm not sure, but at that time I was working for a company called Service Point, and I was like driving their vans. Like they was doing like printing reprographics and all that palaver. Yeah, but anyway, I was one of their drivers, and every now and again they used to let me take one of the vans home. So on this Saturday, I had one of their Ford Escort vans, so it's parked downstairs from my house, and then I sort of waited. Phil's turned up, and Spuggy's turned up, and so the three of us, like me and Spug, got in the front. Phil's in the back with guitars and bongos and all sorts of stuff. So we set off from the top of Kentish Town to the bottom of Camden Town. Scar Studios on Hawley Road is our destination, but as we're driving down Kentish Town Road, Spug sort of said, I'm quite hungry. Can we have a little stop off at McDonald's and get some grub? So I was like, yeah, sweet, sounds good. So we pulled over, and then I think me and Phil stayed in the van, and Spug run over to McDonald's and got us all whatever it was we wanted to munch, probably Big Mac meals. Well, Phil was definitely a Big Mac meal. I'll tell you why. So anyway, so Spug's like opened the back, passed Phil his grub, got in the passenger seat. I told him to keep mine in the bag and I'll have it. Why? Because I was the vocalist and at the time weren't playing guitar. I said I'd eat mine while them not setting up their amps and whatever. So we carried on down Kentish Town Road till we got to the junction with Prince of Wales Road, where we would do a right. But just before, so we're coming up to this junction, and I've got someone in a motor in front of me. I don't know whatever. But as we've got to the junction, the lights are green to go, and there weren't no cars coming towards us on the other side. So it's a right turn. So there's no reason why the car in front of us shouldn't just do a right, and I'll follow them, and we carry on. But we got to because there's like one of the old yellow hazard boxes, you know what I mean, that you shouldn't stop in on the junction, but there wasn't a car blocking the car in front of me from just doing the right, and do you know what I mean, not having to stop in the yellow box. But I don't know what they was doing, but anyway, they've hit their brakes for some reason. I don't know why. There might have been a spider or something in the road, I don't know, but they've hit their brakes, and the car's just whoosh, so obviously I've had to hit my brakes to save myself from going into the arse of them. And as I've hit my brakes, I'm forgetting that Phil's in the back of this van and there ain't no seats, you know what I mean? It's just a Ford Escort van, if they're even still about these days. And as I've hit the brakes, Phil his Big Mac and all the guitars and all the bongos and everything have gone flying down the van, and they've just smashed into the like back of the seats. Like there was a metal thing there, I think. And it was quite funny because like the Big Mac has gone all over the windscreen and Phil's just sort of laying in a big pile going, ah. And yeah, it was funny. Once I knew that Phil was all right, it was really funny, you know what I mean? But yeah, we carried on the way we carried on into Prince of Wales Road, and I pulled over, and me and Spug sort of went and got all the gear off Phil and cleaned the car because his Big Mac was everywhere. But yeah, I don't know who the person was in the car in front of us and what the reason why they hit their brakes was, but they hit their brakes. And yeah, and it's quite funny because like I was in the heath with a few of my pals, Phil being one of them. I don't know who else was there, Frank, Tyre, Ben. And we were sitting there and we was discussing these CHAP tales, like, and on Chapcast, and like I was sort of saying, oh yeah, I'm just forgetting like little stories that have something lightly to do with music. But so the reason this story has something to do with music is because we was on our way to rehearsal that day, you know what I mean? But yeah, Phil actually reminded me of this story. So not really a story that he should remind me about, because now it is going out to you. Yeah, but yeah, okay. So a sweet little tale, and also gonna start getting other people to do these tales. So if you've got something that lightly has to do with music and you want to record me a CHAP tale to go on Chapcast, let me know in the comments or whatever, or just email me or whatever, johnchapman7mac.com, or get on the old Facebook page, whatever. Nice one. All right, sweet. CHAP tales. Don't you wanna hear some CHAP tales?